Good morning. It is Saturday, 23rd of January 2016, and this is my first recording of the new year. Wishing all members a happy new year and an amazing, pipful year ahead. In this video tutorial, what I would like to do is to go through some member trades. And I've got three trades I've received from one of the members, Mr. Richard Magenie from Uganda. And I'm going to go through step by step as to how one can be a consistent, successful, winning trader. Now, as I've often mentioned in my video tutorials, trading mastery is a child's play. It truly is a child's play. There is no rocket science behind being a successful trader. So long as you have a mental fitness, so long as you have a discipline to follow your trading plan, you will achieve success. To make lots of money from the market, the key is being patient and waiting for a low risk, high probability trade. You already have the bindal momentum indicator, which helps you to try and get into the trade at the best possible entry level. When the indicator here is blue, you're looking for longs only. And when the indicator is red, you're looking for shorts only. Of course, in addition to that, there are three filters which you need to apply, which obviously has been taught to you in the member area trading room. Once you apply these filters, which should take you no more than few seconds, you will get trading entry accuracy with a success rate of well over 80% and a risk reward of well into 1 to 4, i.e. risking 1 to make 4, and that is a fantastic ratio. Anyways, so here I'm going to go through some trades. Richard entered long here and added to the winning position here. Firstly, I'll look at this trade here. It was a perfect entry. Bindal momentum here is long, and the position broken in two parts, TP1 and TP2, and he banked TP1 successfully. After that, he entered a second trade, again, which is something which I recommend all the time. Prices do not move in one straight line. They move up, down, or if it's going down, then it is down, up, down, up, down, up. So what you're really looking to do is break the position into two parts, TP1 and TP2, and often your TP1 must be equivalent to your stop loss. Normally we are aiming for a stop of around 15 to 25 pips, and TP1 again we're aiming to get 15 to 25 pips depending on the chart setup. So few comments and feedback on here. I have a perfect break of resistance here, a very strong support. Now for me to enter a trade, there must be a support. I repeat, you cannot buy something when there is no support. There must be a support, as simple as that. And for me to buy, there must be a break of the ceiling, the resistance. You cannot buy something if the resistance has not been broken. And thirdly, after the resistance been broken, I need to have a retest, a 1, 2, 3 setup. Okay, so see here, this is where the sniper circle comes in, the yellow circle, i.e. a long trade. I've got a break of resistance and a pullback, and this is the best entry. Okay, the key point in success with trading is you must get into the trade as soon as possible, as soon as bindal momentum has given a buy signal. Okay, so this would have been the best entry. Prices go up, you have banked your TP1, prices retraced, doing a 1, 2, 3, you enter long here again. Prices go up, you exit your TP1 of the second trade you added. So at this position now you have got 2 trades running. Okay, 2 open trades, because what you're doing is you're adding to your winners. Okay, when you add to the winners, the addition must always be at a better price than your TP1. Okay, so say if you take your TP1 here and you re-enter more or less at the same price, that is no good. Okay, that is no good, because what you're doing is you're getting into the trade, there is a momentum, so you want to stay in the trade. But of course, by exiting half the position, it removes that fear. Okay, it enables you to stay in that trade for as long as possible. So this particular one, yes, it was a good long, but I would have preferred your first entry at that point. Your second entry, I'm afraid it was not a best entry. I've got a big angle and separation between all the EMAs here. So you cannot enter at that point, plus there is very little retracement. Ideally, I need at least 60 to 70% retracement. Ideally back to one of the bindal pivot points. Here what we have is 3 pivot points visible here. I've got the green pivot, the white and the magenta lines here. These pivots are very important, and see how powerful it is when the green breaks and then I have a 1, 2, 3 above the pivot point. That's very, very, very powerful. And when the green and the yellow breaks and you have a 1, 2, 3, you can have a big, big, big move. Often this move can be as much as 100 to 150 pips, and that is fantastic when you're working off that 1 minute chart. Okay, let's move on to Richard's second trade. Okay, here what we have is the bindal momentum signals already long. I've got support at the magenta pivot, support at the white pivot here as well, and the EMAs are rising. Richard entered long here. Again, fine, but for me, this would be adding to a winning position. My best entries would have been here. Price goes up, taking some profits. Price comes down, doing a 1, 2, 3, break off 0.2 and 0.3. I re-enter or add to the position here again. Price goes up. I'm taking some profits, and a 1, 2, 3. I'm adding here. I'm adding here. Okay, so these are very good trades here. Well done. And I like the way you added to the winning positions. Okay, that's really good. That is really good. Here you say that the trailing stop hit and TP2 banked, which is good. Well done. However, I would always put, having already entered long here and here, I would not rush to push up your stops very aggressive, because prices don't just move in one straight line. It moves up, down, and when it goes down and you're long and your stops are aggressive, you will be stopped out. Okay, so you really need to make sure that your stops are not very aggressive, especially after you've already banked 2 lots of TP1. Okay, I would focus on the pivot points and the green EMA here. Ideally, I would like to have my stops below this level. Once I've got a big angle and separation between the two, then I would get my stops below the white EMA. Okay, but key point is you want to stay in the trade for as long as possible. Listen, my friend, big money is mad not from snatching profit. Big money is mad by managing your position, cutting your loss, and let the winners run, adding to the winners. Third trade here, and what I'm actually looking is Richard entered long at this particular point, and of course the signal there was long. So what that is, it's a watch list. You apply your 3 filters. Once the filters applied, you basically take on that trade. Fine. In this case, I have a 1, 2, 3, but the 1, 2, 3, the retracement is very little. The minimum required is 50%. And as I say, ideally it has to be between 60 to 70. Okay? I would like you to look for a low risk, high probability trade. And of course the starting point to everything has to be the price action. So what is the price action doing here? It's actually doing nothing. It's just going sideways. So there's no way I would like to enter a trade when the price action is sideways. I need a break of that channel, and I'm going to trade in the direction of the break. Should it break to the upside, I'm looking to trade long. Should it break to the downside, I'm looking to trade to the short. Of course, one filter which we at Bindal FX use is never trade on a breakout. I would like to see a retest of the breakout, a 1, 2, 3 setup. 1, 2, 3, 3 is a higher low. And once that is confirmed, I'm looking to enter here. Okay? Yes, there will be instances where you will not get a pullback. If that's the case, I'm quite happy to miss that trade. But that does not happen all the time. That does not happen all the time. Yes, in a rare occasions, when there is a mega momentum, it just keeps going up and up or down and down. You miss the boat, but so be it. I like to follow my system, my rules, my strategies, and you need to follow it with discipline. And as I mentioned, that following the bindal FX momentum system, by applying those three filters, is giving you 80% success rate with a risk reward of 1 to 4, risking 1 to make £4. And that's a hell of a good system. Yes, in a rare occasion, if I miss a trade, then hey, so be it. I'm quite happy to be on a 80% winning side and a risk reward of 1 to 4. But guys, let me tell you, even if you don't get 80%, even if you get 50% of winning trades, which is unlikely if you follow the rules perfectly, but let's just say even if you did manage 50% of winning trades with a risk reward of 1 to 4, letting the winners run, not snatching the profit, you are still gonna make hell of a lot of money. One last comment on this chart here is the signal here was red, so what you're looking is to sell. Sell, sell, sell. The price here is below the green bindal pivot points, below the yellow bindal pivot points, and here it breaks the magenta pivot, and I've got a very good 1, 2, 3, and finally it also breaks the white pivot. These bindal pivot points are unique pivot points which I have put it on a chart format which is 20 years of my trading experience. Numerous calculations goes into the calculation of this. Lots of math and analysis. And you don't need to do that anymore now. Your MT4 system does that. So here, as you can see, when the prices are below all those pivot points, expect a big move down, and which certainly it happened. So Richard and all my fellow traders there, I hope that this video tutorial has been of help to you. Any questions, queries, feel free to email me. God bless and happy trading.